What's Cooking program nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That is Paul Stern.
Hey, can't wait to head on out to Half Moon Bay when we talk with the chamber president. That's always fun to get on into. That kind of sounds like a place that Hefner and the gang could head on up to, Half Moon Bay. It sounds like that's kind of their style.
Mr. Hefner from the Playboy Mansion, one of the American icons, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Mr. Hugh Hefner, who is just keeps going on and on. You talk about the Energizer Bunny. I mean, people saying, hey, you got to go public, and so Playboy went public. Now they're saying you got to go private, so he's embroiled right now in a great business deal, taking Playboy back private again. He has his lovely bride-to-be, Crystal, hopefully by his side soon in a wedding ceremony. A date not announced yet. We have the great rock and roll chef. How many years, Chef William Bloxham Carter, have you been at the helm there of the food and wine and all that good, delicious stuff at the Playboy Mansion?
Well, Michael, I have been there as the food and beverage director and the executive chef for, it'll be 25 years in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, it'll be 25
Congratulations,
years.
buddy. You are, I'm telling you, let us be the first to congratulate you. That is some great, and I know it's fun, and people say, well, you're at the Playboy Mansion, it's fun, but you made a statement earlier where you said you always want to do something different. 25 years at the same place and with a boss that has so much attention to detail, and boss is with his family and daughter and other executives. You got to be on your toes. If there's ever a trendsetter, Chef William Bloxham Carter, not to overstand the accolades here, you got to be right on top of it. What is, you do something different all the time. What's the trend right now?
Well, one of the trends is that we're moving away from the beef sliders. I mean, those are way overdone. We're looking more towards the
very yesterday.
Yesterday's
I'm enjoying
news.
those.
Cancel the beef sliders.
I still enjoy them.
So one of the things we're working on,
with differences to my good friends at Roost Chris Steakhouse, who have the very best beef sliders.
Well, I'll have them sneak them in a bag to you.
And of course, sponsor our show. They are delicious. Try those before they take them off the menu, everybody. Go ahead, Chef. Go ahead. Thank you for
being one of the wine, being the wine aficionado that you are, Mike, that a lamb slider now we're talking, wrap that around with a glass of Merlot and it's heaven, and or even pair it with the Pinot Noir and you're good to go. And
so sliders are still in it, just different sliders. Correct. What you're saying. Looking for so lamb, I would love that. That would be incredible. They do and they do at Roost Chris do a beef slider, and they also do the crab cake slider, which is also good.
Wow. That's still in vogue.
Thank you,
isn't
Chef.
it, Chef
You're
Carter?
welcome. You're welcome. Right. What's that?
That's still in vogue. Can we still get away with the crab cake slider?
Crab cake slider. I haven't heard of that one yet, but no, the sliders are still around. It's just chefs are experimenting and moving off of just the beef protein alone.
Gotcha, yeah.
I see a trend going towards prime ribeyes, a lot of good marbling. The Kobe has really made its mark on this country, the Kobe steaks with the different grading systems with those. And those are fine, but I see people reaching back towards the good old ribeye with a lot of marbling in it going on. Those are always flavorful, and they work very well against all sorts of red wines. You mentioned just earlier you're going to be talking with the chamber president regarding Half Moon Bay, and boy, you talk about a great honeymoon spot. And I have
some suggestions for your boss.
Yeah, I certainly can. The Landis Shores Inn, which is the closest beachfront hotel or small country inn in Half Moon Bay, is very nice. They have an excellent wine list, including a lot of champagnes, and as you know, my boss loves champagne. So
did not know that, but we do now. That's good.
And it's a crack operation up there. It's run by Ellen and Ken Landis. I've had some of the best strawberries in my life served to me at breakfast there. Yeah, really nice.
Might want to write that down. Ellen and Ken Landis.
Landis Shores, is that right?
Landis Shores Inn in Half Moon Bay, and I enjoyed the used bookstores there. They have a great coffee shop there. There's an antique shop there, a woman's lingerie shop, which I could get into trouble with my wife in. And Hef could get into trouble.
Yeah, that's to keep Mr. Hefner away from the lingerie shop.
So can Kelsey Grammer.
Not to be. They can keep Kelsey away too.
If you believe what his ex-wife said.
I don't know his size.
Get a little something for Kelsey. All right, so give us the winners from the San Francisco Chronicle competition. Give us some that we should look out for. You mentioned this $6.99. You said Barefoot Cellars. That was a Chardonnay, right? And that's $6.99. Really? That's what we can get it for?
I've seen Barefoot Cellars.
Yeah, Barefoot Cellars, California Chardonnay. It won a double gold, best of class. You talk about a hot tuna. Another one that is
$6.99. Everybody doesn't have to be expensive. Go ahead.
No, exactly, Michael, and that's a good point that I want your listeners. The Muscat Canelli, the Eberly Winery, $14 a bottle retail price point. You could probably find it for $11 or $12 somewhere. Okay. That also double gold.
Eberly, Ebrle, Muscat Canelli, double gold. What else?
Right. The Clos du Bois Winery,
yes.
2009 Sonoma County Russian River Chardonnay, $18 a bottle. You take that to some party, you're going to be the hero of the party.
Really?
$18 Russian River Chard, 2009 Clos du Bois, CLOSDUBOIS. What else?
Yes. Castaro Cellars from Paso Robles. Their Syrah Reserve, $20 retail price point. You probably find it for less.
Syrah Reserve, $20. What is that? Castaro,
Castoro, Castoro Cellars.
Castoro. Oh yeah, they've won before in the past too from Paso. Syrah Reserve, $20. What was that? Double gold?
That was a double gold, best of class, 08 vintage, and for $20 or under. Now, here's a surprise, which kind of caught my eye, because one of your advertisers is Malibu Vineyards, and they make really good stuff. As you know, it's owned by a gentleman and a former playmate that are married, and they have a great operation up there. But they also up there's one called Jim Palmer's Malibu Vineyard. I'm not familiar with it, but it won a Bordeaux blend, but it's from Malibu, but it's $40 a bottle. So if you really wanted to go uptown one night, that would be a fun thing to do.
So it's a Bordeaux blend. What year?
It is a 08 Bordeaux blend, Western Malibu Vineyard Estate, Jim Palmer's Malibu Vineyards.
All right, no Pinot. I didn't hear you mention any Pinot. There had to be some Pinots in there.
You know, maybe after we come back.
All
look
right.
at my cheat sheet here.
That's it. Now we're getting down to it here, ladies and gentlemen. Plus, we're going to talk to the chef about this great coffee that I discovered, ladies and gentlemen, that people were taking sips of at the office yesterday and telling me how incredible this was. It's from Panama. And we'll get the chef's take on that. And we have the chamber president coming up, Paul Stern.
We have the chamber president coming up from Half Moon Bay, California.
A little cup of coffee to start the day, and then finish it off with some of these great wines. Maybe bring the chef with us as a gift. Maybe whip a little something up for us.
Mike has just discovered for these out there grinding his own coffee beans.
Well, I've always known about that, but I do have this very what I call high-end coffee. I'm going to take that along with my Dick Clark Rose and go places with this, the different nuances, the best of class, best of shows. I'll take the chef with me as well, talking about best of show. We'll be back.
Come to Yountville, California.